Hi, Lauren. It's Angela with Mystic Moon. Welcome to your reading. I just want to say thank you so much for purchasing a reading from me. And I do hope that I can shed some light on your situation with Alex today. And so I just sat here and I read your connection. And so I'm all up to date with your story. So I've connected to the energies. So I know where everything is at right now and what you want to concentrate on. So we are doing the 45-minute twin flame connection reading, in which it does go into, what's going on with him. I know that he is in a karmic relationship. And so I thought it was important to also tap into those energies as well. But we're not going to spend too much time there because you didn't really say that you wanted to focus there. But it is important just because we need to know where he's at and what's going on there. And then I know that you did also want to focus on what you're supposed to do in order to take care of yourself before you come back. Before you guys come back together. And I definitely go into those energies. So basically this reading will cover all of those things, and let's just get started with it, okay? So where we're going to start off with is where Alex is at this present time. Just where things are at for him. So how I do this is I take one of these decks and I'll just go ahead and ask Spirit to let us know through the cards what kind of situations may be going on for Alex right now, what he's going through, what he's focused on, just different things like that. So let's see where it's at. Okay, so where is Alex currently at this present time? What's he mentally focused on or thinking of? Okay, so we have the Two of Cups, and so this could just be that right now he is focused on making a judgment call when it comes to his relationship. Okay, so that's probably his karmic relationship that he's in. The Judgment card just means that we are just kind of starting to face the fact about something. What are we starting to face the facts of? Five of Pentacles, that we don't know if we want to be with this person anymore. The Five of Pentacles is a card of fear, though. It is a card where we are afraid that we're going to be left out in the cold, that somebody's going to leave us out, that we're going to leave somebody behind, that we're going to abandon somebody. There's definitely this stuff. So I feel like this is Spirit's way of basically giving you a peek into his feelings of where he is at this present time. As much as he may want to basically start fresh and start new, there is this sense of basically obligation. And it makes sense. He has a 1-year-old daughter, so he probably does not want to step away from her. He's afraid that he is going to maybe be shut out in the cold, that he is going to lose his connection with his daughter, that somehow it's going to be like an abandonment type of a thing. So there's definitely fear that is connected to his decision. It's also about being broke, child support and just different things like that. So I'm seeing that there might be some financial reasons why he decides to stay as well. It's easier. Sometimes it's just easier to stay in a connection because starting over is hard. And also the money that a man is going to have to pay for child support and possibly alimony, it's a lot. It's definitely, I'm speaking from personal experience with people that I know that have gone through this. It's definitely not as easy as people might think it is. And not to say that you think it's easy at all, but I'm just seeing that this is the kind of energy that I'm picking up on. It's a hardship. It's a hardship, and it's nothing personal. It's definitely just how people are feeling right now. So that's what he is mentally focused on. So I'm seeing that he definitely knows that there is some kind of an energy where he doesn't want to be in this relationship, but at the same time, he feels stuck. So emotionally. Yeah, so emotionally right now, he's just basically looking at his family. That's just where his heart is at right now. He's choosing to focus on what he has built up so far. So even though he may not be 100% happy in that environment or with that partner, he's making it about the family. That's what the Ten of Pentacles is. I've made a commitment. This is the choice that I've made. And the Ten of Pentacles is a card of long term. So we're not thinking short term. We're thinking long term. We're thinking about our kids. We're thinking about retirement. We're thinking about school. We're thinking about those types of things. And so because his daughter is so young, he might want to just try to keep a foundation for her that is solid for her, for her childhood growing up. But at the same time, though, he does feel constrained by his commitment. So do you see how we've got two different sides going on here? As much as he wants to do the right thing, as much as he, is committed to his situation with his daughter, there's still this energy of feeling stuck. Feels this energy where it's just kind of like, I don't know how to get out of it. I don't know how I would leave my partner. I don't know how I would leave my daughter. I don't know how that would be. Would I lose everything? There's a lot of what ifs is what I'm getting here. A lot of what ifs and a lot of fears that are surrounding the situation. So what it's doing is it's literally keeping him mobile. It's keeping him to where not mobile, immobile. It's keeping him to where he can't seem to move. Yeah. So he's just going to settle here in the family. Do you see how interesting that is, that there's one child there? And look at that child is young. That's a baby. That's a 1-year-old. It's actually maybe not even a 1-year-old. It's like maybe 6 months, but this is a young child. So I am just seeing that he is just kind of choosing to stay within the realms of his commitment right now. So that's spirit letting you know that's where he's at. So even if it comes through here today that, you know, his heart is with you and that that's what he really wants to do, I'm just seeing that the decision that he is making at this time, which should be no surprise to you at all, because I've you know, read in your email, you're very surprised that you're just so okay with it all. And I think that's because you probably understand that this isn't personal. It's not a reflection on how he feels about you. It's a reflection on a man who's just basically trying to keep the family together. And that's just what I'm really seeing here. I'm seeing that maybe even traditionally, because the Ten of Pentacles can be a card of tradition. Traditionally, it may be that he might be one of those people that he was either raised that, you know, maybe divorce is not an option, or divorce is just, it's a failure, or, you know, he's got his own abandonment issues and doesn't want to do the same thing. There just could be a lot of things going on there. It's much deeper than just a decision is what I'm getting from spirit, okay? So what's going on in the outside world right now, the material world? Well, we do have a Page of Wands. The page can indicate a child. We have the Temperance card, and we have the Four of Wands. Definitely feel that this is his child, because the Page of Wands with the Four of Wands, this is a card of family. It's a card of a home, a foundation. So we have Temperance. I'm basically just going to weigh it out. I'm just going to wait it out. This is a card of patience. This is a card of, I need time. It's not the right time for me to make a decision. It's not the right time for me to disrupt my foundation. That's what I'm getting from spirit, because this is a card of foundation and commitment. I don't want to disrupt that right now, so I'm not going to. So what's the decision I'm making? I'm not making a decision. That's what it is. I'm not making a decision right now. I'm just going to basically take care of me, take care of my family, and I'm just going to do me for a little bit of time. So if you find that his energy is just basically elsewhere, or it's on the family, I'm just seeing that this person really does care for the family. They care for the family. They don't want to just abandon their family, even though they might not be happy with their partner romantically. I'm just seeing that the actual family unit is something that is important, okay? So where are they at in their overall energy? Yeah, the Emperor is somebody who is a husband. The Emperor is somebody who is in charge of his life, in charge of his kingdom. And so the Emperor basically just goes into the High Priestess mode. So he may not be saying a lot right now. There could be a lot of feelings and thoughts that he is having, but he's not sharing them. And yeah, we have the Two of Wands. So he's thinking about something, but he's not sharing it. That's just what I'm getting here. His overall energy is that he's got to be the hard emperor. He's got to be the person that's in charge. The Emperor is somebody who basically just, they don't wear their heart on their sleeve, that's for sure, because the king cannot be weak. The king cannot wear their heart on their sleeves. They cannot talk about their emotions because they have work to do. They have a kingdom to rule. And I'm just seeing that his focus right now is on his own kingdom right now. And so whatever he's thinking, whatever he's, you know, whatever's going on with him, he's not communicating that. He's not communicating that to you or his person or anybody. He's feeling it, he's thinking it, he's internalizing things. We can see this here. He's very much internalizing something, but he's not going to talk about it right now. So that's just where he's at. Very much in this, I got to be the Emperor. The Emperor does the right thing. The Emperor is in there for the long haul. That doesn't mean he won't ever change his mind. It just means that right now he's in it for the long haul kind of thing. So let's go ahead and get into his energies connected to you. What are the energies connected to you? So how does Alex feel about Lauren? How does he see her? How does he interpret their connection? What's the situation? This is how he mentally sees you or processes you. Okay, so what's interesting right off the bat, it's like back and forth, okay? It's definitely a conflict for him, that's for sure, okay? And there's some element of sneaking and hiding. This is the card of the sneaker, the person that sneaks, the person that cheats. I'm not saying he's a cheater. You guys have never actually came together in the physical world, so it's not like any cheating has taken place. But this could just be communication. Communication is hidden. Communication has to be sneaky. He can't just be outrightly talking to you. You know, he's got another partner. So there is this element here. So it's a little bit of a game. It's a little bit of a strategy is what I'm getting, because the Five of Swords is a card of strategy, and the Seven of Swords is sneaky strategy on how he is kind of dealing with you or communicating with you, how he's thinking about you. He's got to keep it hidden. Yeah, we got Four of Swords. Wow. keep it to myself, keep it hidden, keep it very much on reserve, very much on reserve. So where he sees the two of you, it's hidden for one. He's got to put a lot of energy into hiding it. So if you do not hear from him a lot, or he is not communicating with you a lot, is because he's putting a lot of energy into hiding this connection. And that makes sense because he is in another, relationship. So where's he in emotionally? Okay, what's very interesting is that he had the Five of Pentacles already. Okay. Where he's at emotionally, if he were to emotionally take a gamble with you, what I'm getting here is that he's not sure what that's going to mean for him. He's not sure if that's going to basically put him into a situation to where he's going to be out in the cold, that he's just going to feel so crappy that he's not going to be able to, be happy. So there's definitely that fear there that if I were to disconnect from what I have right now, I don't know if I'm going to just then be depressed and feel so out of sorts that I'm not even going to be able to even concentrating on being happy. Sometimes people are so in the dumps with their circumstances that they can't even be happy no matter how good something is. So I'm just getting here that this is a fear of his. Yeah, Two of Pentacles. I don't know. Kind of up in the air. I'm back and forth. I'm back and forth here. He's back and forth. He's up and down. Yeah, we have the Three of Wands. You're definitely something that he thinks about as far as there's a possible future here with you. But it's off in the distance, though, to him. So in his heart space, he knows that he's got some things about his life that he would have to clear up in order to be with you. So what I'm getting here is that he doesn't want to lose you, but he doesn't necessarily want to make a change right now. So he views you and him off in the distance somewhere. He may even fantasize about you, is what I'm getting here from Spirit. Okay? So it's something that's off in the distance. It's not something that's right now. That's a potential. And it makes sense given what we just saw, obviously his life. I'm just seeing that, where he's at right now may not be where he is at, 6 months from now. Hell, even a couple of months from now. Because sometimes where we're at in the present moment, it's just like we're dealing with where we're at in that moment. But things can shift. Things can change. Our partner can change. Something can happen. We can have a sudden realization, and that suddenly shifts everything. So, but I'm just seeing that where he's at right now, is that he's putting a lot of time, or not necessarily time, but he's putting a lot of effort towards keeping you hidden and fantasizing about you, and just kind of like he's not sure how this would work between the two of you. So rather than making a decision and putting himself out in the cold, he's not making a decision, and he's kind of looking off into the distance at maybe there's a possibility in the future for the two of you. It's just not right this second. Okay. So where he sees the two of you in the world, I actually see that he does think at some point that you guys will come together and you guys will create some kind of an energy together. Yeah, oh yeah, here we go. There it is. There it is. Eight of Wands. You're either traveling to see him or he's traveling to see you, or this is something that he wants, because the Eight of Wands is communication for one, but the Eight of Wands is travel. The Eight of Wands is also passion. The Eight of Wands can be a sexual card, and I know that, it's not like you guys have actually come together and met, but there's definitely this energy that's present. We have the Magician. This is somebody who's creating this. So we're manipulating a situation to where we can come together with somebody in the material world. I see it. That's what I see with these cards. So there is the possibility that he may, or even you may, conjure up some sort of a plan to meet in the future. So definitely seeing the desire to meet you in person is there. It's definitely there. So that's how he feels about you. Overall energy, though, is the Five of Wands. It's conflicting. This is a challenge, though. It's a challenge to move forward with you. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles, but the desire's there. I want to, but it's a challenge. Five of Wands means that there's definitely difficulties. There's another person or several people that are, basically causing you conflict, so it makes it hard for you to move forward with your plans. You have to get these two horses to basically agree so that way the chariot can move. So it takes some skill. It takes, it's a little bit of a difficulty, but we will eventually, have this brand new beginning, this fresh new start. So what I'm seeing is this overall energy towards you is that there is the possibility to him at this present time that you guys will come together in the material world and meet. The desire is there. The attraction is there. But how to make that work right now, it's difficult. But I'm seeing that he may come up with a brilliant way, or you may come up with a brilliant way for the two of you guys to come together, because the desire is definitely there. I hope that makes sense. So this is the portion in the reading where we're going to go ahead and take a look at your current energies right now. You wanted to know what Spirit had to say in regards to the things that you can do right now in order to, basically improve yourself and just kind of work on yourself right now. Well, let's go ahead and dip into that. Okay. Okay, so this Nine of Swords in the mental space. So they're telling you that you might have, you're going to know whether this is true for you or not. This is about mental anxiety. This is about sleepless nights. This is about looking at something and making it out to be a lot worse than it truly is. Worrying about something to the point where we're just stressed. So it could just be a negative attitude. It could just be the tendency to just go to the negative first before thinking about the positive. So Spirit is saying that this is something that you might need to work on. We have opportunity. So what they're telling you here is that if you're very focused on one specific thing that's an issue or a problem, they're telling you to look at the bigger picture. Okay. They're telling you that there's an opportunity to learn in every situation. So if you are feeling a certain way, there is an opportunity. You do have to pay attention to your intuition, which you said you're very intuitive. So you have to continue to pay attention to your intuition and realize that there is an opportunity. You just have to basically be willing to see the opportunity. We can see that bright star there. Okay, I'm going to read the back. Release your ties to your past. When you let go of the old, you make room for the new. So there could be some sort of an energy here where you're afraid that certain things are going to pan out the way that they have in the past. Maybe there's some sort of past pain that you're still holding on to. And maybe you're having a hard time opening yourself up to new opportunities because the energy that you still have connected to your past, there could just be some negative ties still. So they're telling you, release the past. If you have any old pain, any old wounds, any old crap that no longer serves you, you don't want to take that into the future. Get rid of it now. Work on it now. Open yourself up to new opportunities. And a way to do that is to release and cut ties with the past. Be done with past energies, past toxicities, past people, past pain, past attitudes that are just no longer serving you anymore. That is what I'm getting, okay? So that's your mental space. This is your heart space. Oh, wow. We have the 10 of discs here. The 10 of discs is enjoying your outcome. The 10 of Pentacles is about having it all. It's about basically you've worked hard to get to where you're at. You're at some sort of completion cycle. I love to see a 9 and then a 10 right after it. Even though they're different suits, it doesn't matter. What I'm seeing here is that you embrace new opportunities to basically see things in a different way. And because of that, now you're enjoying your outcome. Now you're enjoying your life. Now you're enjoying where you're at in your heart space and your emotions, because you've taken time to let go of shit that's no longer serving you. And why? Because you've worked on yourself is what I'm getting. I'm also getting that right now may be a time for you to really focus on your career, okay? Certain goals, certain things that you've wanted to do that may make you some extra cash, or it's just a life purpose, or just some goals that you have had for quite some time. I am seeing the more that you enjoy yourself when it comes to these goals and your life's purpose, the happier you're actually going to be in your heart space. You're just going to be that much more healthy in your heart space and in your emotions. So it says, set a goal, write it down, and release the outcome here. It says small steps make a big difference. Now, this also may have to do with your twin flame connection. You know, you want to be with your twin flame. Your goal is to be with your twin flame. So what they're telling you is that that's great. You can set a goal and write it down, but you have to release the outcome. You have to give it to spirit. You basically have to give it over to the divine. It doesn't mean that you stop working on the goal, okay? But we release our ties to have it be a specific outcome. We release the need for it to be a specific cookie cutter way. We basically tell the universe that we are open to the experience of having a loving relationship with somebody who is ready to match our vibration. And if that happens to be your twin flame, then fantastic. But you may even find that you are attracting somebody else that is ready for you at that particular time. And then it will be up to you whether or not you want to do that, or you have the free will to say, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and wait. So the more that you work on raising your vibration by living in your energy of accomplishing your goals, setting your goals, and living in your dreams, I'm getting that you're raising your vibration emotionally. And this is really going to help you to attract to you what it is that you are really wanting at this time. So you're going to enjoy your outcome the more that you work on your goals, but you have to let go of your expectations of the way this dream is going to basically unfold, okay? All right, in the physical world. In the physical world, we have the Eight of Cups. Again, this is a card of walking away physically from something. If you right now are in a situation that you are not happy in, I don't know if maybe you're in another relationship, or perhaps you're living in a certain situation, or just you're in a specific job that you're not happy in. What I'm getting here is that right now, it might be time to contemplate what your next move is going to be. Because this is literally physically leaving something behind. A revelation. Listen to your life. The right path will reveal itself. So the thing is that in your physical world, there may be a new path that's actually going to be opening up for you. It's just going to reveal itself. And it may be that when you choose to walk away from something, leave something behind, because I can see here that there might be some mental situation or mental, just some kind of energy that you're holding on to that you do need to let go of. And so whatever this revelation is, like, something's going to open up once you walk away, once you let go of something completely, something that's just you've outgrown, that's no longer serving you anymore. It could just be a belief system as well. But this is the physical world. So I'm seeing that in the physical world, you may have a revelation that you need to step away from something. You might want to change a job. You might need to step away from a friendship, disconnect. You might need to energetically just let someone or something go. Whatever it is, though, it's going to actually help you, and it's going to reveal a new path for you. That's what I'm getting here. So it's very important that you listen to your intuition, and that you just kind of allow things to just unfold naturally in front of you, okay? And your overall energy, steady progress. Four of Pentacles. Your overall energy, it's just about, putting one foot in front of the other and just keep making progress. It's not about accomplishing a goal today. It's not about getting it all figured out today. It's about taking one step at a time. Yeah, and reflect. Reflect while you make this steady progress. You're going to learn along the way. You're going to take a couple of steps forward and then reflect. And then you're going to figure out what your next move's going to be. You don't have to have it all figured out right away. So you're going to need some time to reflect as well. So just keep your eyes open. Joy lives in small places. So it's telling you to also enjoy your journey along the way. We have a twin flame and we want to be with this person that's definitely worth the wait. But along the journey, while we may be waiting, we're not waiting in vain. We're still experiencing our lives. We are learning, we're growing, we're taking care of ourselves, we're making progress. And eventually we are going to enjoy our ultimate goal and outcome. But in the meantime, the work that we need to do, because that was your question, what do I need to do? I'm seeing that there's some kind of mental change that you're going to need to make. Look at something differently, leave something behind perhaps, and work on your goals in the material world. That's what Spirit wants you to do. Beautiful. So why don't we go ahead and take a look and see right now what the blockage is currently at. Okay, where's the blockage? What's something that is basically standing in the way at this present time? What needs to be basically brought to light or illuminated? What might be hidden right now? Okay, so Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles is just about working towards a particular goal, okay? And we have the Eight of Cups. You just got the Eight of Cups. So something that's blocking progress right now, progress is being blocked. But the reason why is because somebody has to walk away from a situation. So it's not saying that until they walk away from a situation are we not going to be able to have any kind of movement or change, but it just means that this is something that's blocking progress in this situation, is that somebody is still attached to something that they haven't walked away from. Yeah, the Ten of Swords, they haven't ended a cycle. This is about pain. This is about ending a cycle, and it's going to be very painful. It's not going to be an easy ending. With the Temperance, you know, he got the Temperance. He already got the Temperance, okay? And so this is just really talking about how, you know, again, it may not be the right time. And it's not that you're pushing for that. It's not that you're basically saying, I need this to be today. Actually see that you're being very, you know, very understanding with Alex at this time. And I'm seeing he needs it because this is a huge fear. He is afraid that something will be destroyed. He is afraid that maybe he will not be able to recover. He may not be able to recover his situation or his relationship with his daughter. He is afraid. And so Temperance, the angel Temperance, is here right now to basically help mellow out the situation. And it's only done through a period of time. It's not something that can be rushed. So he has to come to some sort of conclusion. And once he does, the two of you will have forward movement. He will recognize something. He will understand something, but this is going to take time. So until these things take place, I'm just seeing not a lot of forward movement, like fast movement in your connection. It's just going to take some time. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what is the connection. All right, let's see where the two of you are at on your twin flame journey. Hey, look at that. When that card comes up, that's a special message for twin flames, that we're talking about a twin flame relationship. And we have reinvention right now. We also have metamorphosis. So people are right now going through some sort of change. They're reinventing themselves. They need to find themselves. So this is needed right now in your twin flame journey. People need to basically change, but they're afraid right now. You might be going through some metamorphosis. You might be going through needing to reinvent yourself or your situation. So there's definitely a lot of change. Yeah, we have karmic partner. There's a karmic partner involved in the situation. Obviously, we know that. So somebody may be afraid to change. Somebody may be afraid to start fresh and start over. So this makes sense with everything that has come up so far. Yes, it's just a lesson. So that's it. Right now, there's a karmic lesson at hand within your twin flame connection. Okay, so it's a time for you to reinvent yourself. It's a time for you to work on the changes that you need to make. It is a time for him to conjure up some sort or learn some sort of lesson when it comes to his karmic partnership, when it comes to change. So I'm just seeing that you guys both share this lesson right now of change, but you guys are learning it in a different way. But it's a lesson nonetheless, and it's through a karmic partner that you guys are actually both learning this lesson. But nonetheless, I do see metamorphosis and I do see reinvention. It is a time for change, and it is a time for finding our inner strength and basically doing the things that we thought that we never could. And it's through your connection that you actually come to this conclusion. So now, with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the contract, okay? Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the contract between the two of you. You guys came together. What did you want to experience? What did you want to learn? Well, definitely a destined connection, okay? So you're going to feel it. That just means that when you come in contact with your twin flame, you're going to feel this sense of purpose. You're going to feel this sense of a connection and destiny, okay? So the way that the two of you came together was destined. But the thing is, though, is that we have the Five of Cups energy, and the Five of Cups energy is a card of sadness and regret. So it's a bummer. We come together with this person at this time when they're not available. We come together when when we can't be with them right now. So there's definitely melancholy. But we do have the Three of Earth, which talks about how somebody can at least start to plant the seeds, okay? And I'm just seeing that that person is probably you right now. But I'm also seeing that he's tending to his own garden as well. So the two of you are meant to come together when you guys both still have work to do. And usually twin flames don't come together when there's no work to do, or else there wouldn't really be no point of a twin flame connection. We're here to really grow and learn from this particular person. It pushes us to grow in ways that we may have never done before. Yeah, emotions. So it's definitely emotional. It could be that right now somebody is really needing to either heal their emotions or they're needing to get in touch with their emotions. And it's through your connection and you're dealing with your connection that people are going to really get into touch with their emotions. And that's the King of Air. The King of Air is hard right now. The King of Air just needs to be the emperor. They need to do the right thing. They're just trying to basically, take care of their, of their kingdom right now. They're just trying to be the family man. And that's just what I see here for the King of Air. The King of Air, though, is here for wisdom. The King of Air needs to learn something. And I'm just seeing that this King of Air that's hard needs to get into his emotional side, okay? And he might be fighting that at this time. And so it's through your connection that he will either become more emotionally in touch with himself or that he has to really face a lot of emotions of despair. And we do have the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is an indication here of we have a target. We have a target and we're basically determined like hell to make our target. So there's definitely an energy of determination with your connection. And we have two people. This is the karmic partner in you. So there is a choice between two women. And I hate to say it like he's going to make a choice between you and her, but I'm telling you, you guys came together at this point in time and you had it this way for a reason. This karmic partner is a part of your lesson as well. I already got it. So when I get this card, when I see two people, it is a twin flame indicator for me, but you already have a twin flame card here. So, we're definitely got a twin flame connection going on here, but there's two people. There's a karmic partner here. There's a choice to be made. Determination means that we're determined to make something work. This is about fighting for something, but we have emotions and we have a very hard energy, which is somebody that needs to basically learn a lesson. And we already have the lesson right there. Somebody needs to learn to choose with what because see, the King of Swords does things because they have to. They're a stand-up type of a person. They're very logical. They don't consider their own emotions. And so what I'm getting here is that he may have stuffed down his emotions to a point to where maybe he doesn't feel like he deserves to be happy. He doesn't deserve to choose to be happy. And there could be a lot of guilt here. And that might be why this card's here, is that this is a hardship. This is the heavy feeling of guilt, because that's what Five of Cups is. It's guilt. There might be a lot of guilt right now that's standing in the way of people that are wanting to make a decision but feel like they cannot. This is definitely a destined connection, and this is also about giving it to the divine. If it's meant to be, it will happen. If you guys are destined to be together, you will. So in the meantime, people are just basically tending to their own gardens, and they're just basically doing what they need to do in the material world. So it's just another confirmation from Spirit that's basically telling us here that we just need to work on our own stuff. We need to work on our own energies, and that's the best that we can do for now when it comes to this connection. So let's go ahead now and take a look at your twin flame's higher self's message to you right now. Okay. So what does he want you to know? What is he not saying? What is he not saying? And what can he say to you through his higher self right now that he may not be able to share with you in the 3D world? Listen to your heart, okay? This is what he's telling you. He wants to actually listen with his heart, okay? He does, but he's having a very difficult time with this. So he's basically just admitting to you right here and now that he is not able to open up his heart fully, okay? He wants to, but he cannot right now. So he's telling you this. Love endures, though. So what he's also telling you here is that love doesn't give up. Love basically stands the test of time. And so there is this energy here of love. We have focus on love. So he's telling you he wants to focus on love, but he cannot right now. Love is going to endure though, okay? Love is going to save the day is what he is telling you. So he's telling you, he's not telling you to wait for him. He's not telling you to not give up on him. But what he's telling you is that as long as that you're in the vibration of love and you're feeling good in this vibration and it's not hurting you or holding you back, there's no reason why you cannot continue to feel this love and ride the wave of love. We have miracle and blessings. So what he's telling you here is that everything that's happening between the two of you, it has a gift. There's a gift in all of this, okay? Regardless of the way that it turns out, regardless of what happens for the two of you down the line, the two of you coming together is a gift. It's a gift for him and it's a gift for you. You guys are learning something. But what he's telling you is that he has to be willing to be authentic to who he is, or this is something that's just basically going to just stay here. He's also telling you to make sure that you're authentic to who you are too. So basically, if he's not able to be authentic and you are wanting to move forward and he cannot, he is telling you to make sure that you honor yourself. Love endures, yes. And everything has a gift, but make sure that you are in the energy and vibration of love, that you're not waiting for him to basically do something, that you're still living your life too, being in that vibration of love. So as long as it's loving, as long as you're feeling positive about this journey, what he's telling you here is that, you know, the vibration of love is present, but he's having a hard time connecting to this right now, because we can already see that he's having a hard time even connecting to his emotions at this point. He may be stuffing his emotions down. He may not feel like he deserves to be happy or that he deserves to be able to make a choice based on his heart. You know, where he's at right now with his responsibilities, he may just be so logically in his mind that, you know, a man in his position, he made a choice. He made a choice to have a family. He made a choice to get married, that he doesn't deserve to change his mind and make a heart-based decision. That literally could be where he's at right now, where he's basically just telling himself that he doesn't deserve to make a heart choice decision. And people get that way. So I'm just seeing that there's something that he's having to work through. And it's through meeting you, it's through your connection that these things now are starting to come up with him, where he's starting to reconsider his life, that he's starting to basically see that there's a possibility of future happiness outside of what he has experienced so far. And so this may not always be easy energy for him. It may be overwhelming for him at times. And so if there's times that you feel like he's shutting you out, or he's just basically, you know, just kind of shutting down, that could be it, because you are that reminder that there is something that he could have. And sometimes people that don't want to deal with things will shut that energy out. So, all right. So now let's go ahead and take a look here at some of the future energies of this connection, okay? Where are things possibly heading with your connection? Let's see what that looks like. Where do I want to get this information? Oh, sorry, I was looking for a deck here that I could see. Okay. Okay, so we have the World. I see travel. I see the two of you traveling to come together. I don't know where you're at and I don't know where he's at. I mean, you guys could live close. I have no idea, but this is a card of traveling to see someone in the world. So I see this in the future for the two of you. I saw it before and I'm seeing it again. Yeah, in this 10 of Winter here, it may be that somebody is starting to make some sort of change within their situation. The 10 of Winter is upon us. The 10 of Winter is, we can't keep going on like this. We either need to change this energy or something's over for me. And so I want to see you. I'm just getting this energy here. Yeah, 8 of Winter. I've taken whatever has happened here. I'm no longer feeling constricted. I basically can make a move now. Yeah, I've released something. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what I'm seeing in the future is I'm actually seeing that he may temporarily, and I don't want to say anything is set in stone forever. He may temporarily step away from his situation and come and see you, or you get word that something is happening, like with him, he tells you, and then you guys make some sort of a plan to come together. This is future, and this could be anytime. I mean, I have 3 cards that are indicating winter. Scorpio here is represented that's October. That's technically late. That's winter too, because we have Scorpios that are in November. So I feel 4 energies out of 5 cards that indicate winter. I don't know where you're at in the world. Something could shift here in the winter for somebody. He could start experiencing some difficulties. He can start possibly doing something to where there's an opportunity that opens up for the two of you to come together and to have some kind of meeting for the first time. That's just what I'm seeing here in the future for the two of you. That's very exciting. So let's go ahead and get some messages from your angels basically to end things up. What do they want you to know? What do they want you to know about your twin flame connection in the future? Okay, this card wanted to pop out. Hey, they're saying that this divine masculine is going to wake up in the future. Sorry, I had a card fall out. Yeah, this is about crown. This is an awakening. The crown chakra opening up of the divine masculine. He's getting it. He's awakening. I believe in spontaneous healing. This is going to happen like that. It's going to be probably when you least expect it. So get ready. I don't know. This is just what Spirit's telling you here. I'm getting goosebumps because it's so specific. They're telling you to get ready because there's some kind of change coming, okay? So these last messages are for you. Get ready, my darling, is what they're saying. Get ready. So compass. Compass is basically telling you that, you know, it's right now, it's about just allowing the Spirit to basically, it's not saying like, you know, you completely take yourself out of the equation. But what Spirit is saying is that we're guiding you right now. We're guiding the direction. So just really, yes, set your intentions, set your goals, but then let go of the outcome. So you got to be very light with this energy. You have to be very light. So even though we really see some amazing energy on the horizon for the two of you, we have to basically let go of the, not necessarily the excitement, but just the expectation of like, well, you know, it was said was going to happen. When's it going to happen? We can't hold on to what's come through here today with that type of energy, because if we do, then we doubt, or we're waiting, we're not living, we're not growing. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So Spirit is saying, yes, the direction is taking us in this way, but be loose. Be loose with this, okay? Be in a deep state of knowing. And that's all you need to know. You don't need to know actually outside of yourself, is what Spirit just told me. I mean, the thing is, you are more than welcome, of course, to do, you know, a check-in reading down the line. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, you're more than welcome, of course, to go to another reader and get a different perspective. But what I am getting here is that you already know. This reading is great because maybe it confirms some things for you that you questioned. But we had twin flame come through this reading 2 times, and now we have a masculine here that's awakening. So you are very deeply connected to your situation and your connection. So let that be your guide, is what Spirit is saying. Let that be your guide. Your deep knowing. Let that continue to be your guide, is what they're saying. So it's freaking awesome. Yeah, embrace the moment right now. Take it one step at a time. The moment that you're living in right now, what you're doing at this present time isn't forever. You know, so they're telling you to embrace this moment right now. Embrace the moment of every single day and just try to live in each moment. So they're wanting you to they wanted you to also slow down too. Try not to be so focused on the future to where you're not enjoying or living in the moment. Because there's something to learn even in a challenging or difficult moment. So they're wanting to embrace it. Sorry, there's way too many cards. And we have look for a sign. So they're telling you here, I mean, I'm sure you're already very connected to signs, but they're actually telling you to put it out to the universe, a specific sign for yes or no's. If you need to know, or timing, or whatever it is, you can use Spirit to basically help be your guide when you need specific answers or guidance. So they want you to be as specific as possible, so that way they can help you to get the answers that you're really looking for, okay? And we have the Swan Queen, and they have surrender your fear of change. So we have transformation. and patience, the Swan Queen. The Swan Queen is surrounded in all of this winter snow. So it takes a little bit of time for things to thaw in the winter. But that card does speak of transformation. So don't be afraid to change. Again, it's coming back to me that you may be in a situation right now to where you might want to make a change, and you might be afraid to make a change or move or something. Let something go in your current circumstances. What Spirit is saying is that don't rush into action. You need to make these changes. You need to let some things go. But you know what? Do it on your own time. Do it, but do it on your own time. Do it when the time is right. Don't make any irrational decisions right now. It's about basically taking your time. Your twin flame is in the energy of temperance, and you need to be in the energy of temperance. Give things time, let it marinate, let it heal, then let it go. But don't be afraid to change, because you have some transformations, and I think it's very interesting that I saw a lot of indications of some new energy in the winter, and now I have this Swan Queen that is emerging in the winter. Doesn't have to be this winter either. It could be next winter. So try not to get stuck on the actual season. But wow, that's amazing. Let's get a message from your guardian angel to close up this reading. What do they want to leave you with? What they want to leave you with is the 10 of thought. I have no idea why, but this is what they want to tell you. A situation that's been troubling you has come to an end. Again, there's something about changing and letting something go and transforming. So it's coming up again. They're saying you can breathe a sigh of relief. With challenging times now behind you, now you can move on. If you fully let go of this juncture, someone in your life may be finally free of his or her own addictions or codependency or issues. So this is food for thought to leave you with. Because you and your twin flame are connected, if there is something, because you asked me in this reading here, in your message, what can I do? What you can do right now in order to help your twin flame, strengthen him to let go of things that he is afraid of. Because you see how you guys are kind of mirroring each other here? So I don't know what's going on in your life, but if you've got some things that you need to let go of, and you've got some things that you need to change, whether that's behavioral thoughts, because this just say thoughts, it doesn't have to be people. But if you've got some addictions, or you've got some codependencies, past traumas, people, whatever the deal is, and you're having a hard time letting go, what Spirit is suggesting here is that as you transform into this beautiful Swan Queen, okay, and heal, and surrender your fear of change, and let something go, and let something end, you will lend this positive energy and vibration and strength to your twin flame to be able to do the same. And this may be when your twin flame has his awakening. Do you see how that is connected? That is freaking amazing. So anyways, I hope that you enjoyed that reading. I hope that it gave you the guidance that you were looking for at this present time. Thank you so much for reaching out to me for this reading, and much love and light to you on your continued journey. All right. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.